Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody this morning or evening or nighttime or wherever you are? This is going to be a video on safety in Colombia relative to the rest of the world and the United States. And so this might put some of your people's fears to bed. There are more dangerous places on the planet than Colombia, than Bogota, and a lot of them are in the United States. And so Bill's going to help us out a little with this today. He did a lot of research on it. So Bill, where's the most dangerous place on the planet to live?
El Salvador, by far.
Whoa, really?
MS-13, and
Yep.
they're just probably streaming over the border as we speak
To where?
to, I have heard, Long Island.
Oh, I thought they were going to Martha's Vineyard.
Oh, well, there might be some of that too.
Okay.
But Gino, I think it's time that we address the safety here. There's, I've got a lot of numbers. I hope it doesn't end up too dry, but I'm sure you can spice it up.
Well, I'll keep the humor in it. Trust me on that one.
Well, that's why you make the
we'll
big bucks.
probably get, it's probably going to be all I can do to not make certain observations to keep us out of trouble, but I'll do my best. So there you go. El Salvador, what's second?
Well, I don't really have second because I didn't.
I thought you said it was Mexico.
No, I think it's Honduras.
Oh,
Mexico.
Okay.
Mexico is, even with all of the violence there, is I think only number 10. But
only number 10. Okay.
Colombia is coming in at 24 or 25 per 100,000 as far as murders are concerned.
Okay.
It's number 18 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
As far as violent crime is concerned, it's number 32 in the world. So it's a little bit better as far as the violent.
Okay, so that is how many?
20
what per 100,000?
20. It's been for the last decade, perhaps 12 years. It's fluctuated between 24 and 26 per 100,000.
Okay, so what is the most dangerous town in South America? I mean, in Colombia.
In Colombia, well, there's some small towns that are very dangerous that we don't want to deal with. Well, let
me interject this, because some of the small towns that he's talking about are like headquarters for the FLN, for the guerrillas, left-wing parties, but everybody knows those areas well, and most people stay away from them.
Yeah,
and there are some small towns with some.
It's places like
crime rates.
Well, it's places like Buenaventura and Tumaco, where they're actually producing the submarines for the cartels. There's a lot of activity there. The cartels actually control those towns, but the most dangerous large town in Colombia is Cali.
Okay, Cali, how many deaths per how many murders per 100,000 there?
It's 47 per 100,000.
Oh wow! Okay.
Which is over double the Colombian average. What is
the most dangerous city in the United States?
Most dangerous city. Murder. Well, the most dangerous city in the United States is East St. Louis, which is 138 per 100,000 people.
Okay, let's do this again. Cali was how many?
Cali fluctuates. There's two numbers that I got, and one is 38, the other is 47.
It's 47, and East St. Louis is how many?
138 per 100,000.
Okay, well, that's 37 to 138. 100 more murders a year than in Cali. Okay, so this is the whole point. This is the whole point I'm trying to make to our compatriots in the United States, is that it is probably, no, not probably, the worst place in Colombia, South America, murder rate per 100,000 is 5 times better than East St. Louis. So give me a break, guys. Everybody's telling me how crazy, crazy, crazy Colombia is. And yes, we have murders. And yes, there's some small towns that the cartels still hold that will kill you in a heartbeat, but they will kill you in a heartbeat in East St. Louis too. So give me some more towns in the States, Bill.
Well, Gary, Indiana is 77 per 100,000.
Wow.
Baltimore is 59.
We don't even know what the main industry or anything is in Gary, do we?
I think Gary is a depressed area, but I stand corrected on that. Baltimore is 59. What I found was that Cleveland was number 29 in the United States, tied with a couple of others, and it's 24 per 100,000. So if you relate that back to the whole country of Colombia, that tells you that there's 28 cities in the United States that are more dangerous than Colombia is.
Wow. Nobody would have believed that, would they?
Well, I don't think so. Now, if you look at Bogota and Medellin are supposed to be very, very dangerous cities, and they might be, but both of them are under 10 murders per 100,000 a year.
Which relates exactly to Albuquerque, New Mexico, right? Wasn't Albuquerque 9 or 10?
You've got me there. Hold on a minute. I'll just refer. No, Albuquerque is number 41 in the U.S. at 15.
Okay.
Let me run down some U.S. This came from CBS News. They did an article
do
on
Phoenix if you can.
Well, this came from CBS News in February. There's Albuquerque at 15, Rochester at 16, Hartford, Connecticut at 17, Chicago is only 18, Buffalo, New York is the same, Atlanta is 20, Philly is 22, Washington, D.C. is 24, which is the same as Columbia, Cleveland the same, 24, New Orleans 31, Dayton, Ohio 34, Detroit 41, Baltimore is at 58 or 60, and St. Louis, not East St. Louis, is 65. Now, similar to Bogota and Medellin.
So St. Louis altogether is 65, but East St. Louis is 134 or
138.
138?
Okay.
That's
now
pretty
similar to Bogota and Medellin. Check this out. Check out these places that are similar to Bogota and Medellin and tell me that you wouldn't visit them. Okay. Anchorage, Alaska is 9 per 100,000. Phoenix is just under 10. Bakersfield, California is just under 11. Fresno is just under 11. And Tampa, Florida is 10. The same as Medellin.
Phoenix and Tampa are safer than Medellin and Cali.
They're exact. No, Medellin and Bogota. Cali is horrendous, but Tampa comes in at 10, which is the same as Medellin and Bogota.
Okay, so there you go. So there you go, and that's the whole point that we've been trying. You know, we tell these people, we tell you guys out there that it's safe here. And the murder rate out here in the country where I live, I would bet I have no idea what it is, but I bet you it's under 5. I mean, maybe 1. I don't know. There just isn't any violence here. Period.
Armenia is definitely under 5. Yeah. I look at the news every day, and if there's one murder a month in a city of 330,000, I'm very surprised. Now, The one thing that I want to say is, even though Bogota and Medellin seem to be very safe as far as these numbers are concerned, I would never live there. I wouldn't live in Bogota because you need a hat, gloves, and a jacket at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's too cold for me. In Medellin, I'm hearing there's a lot of air pollution problems, and the older people, guys like myself, are having breathing problems. Cali speaks for itself. For almost 40 murders per 100,000, and hot and humid. I don't want to live there either.
Well, see, that's the whole point. The whole point I'm trying to make here, Bill, is that, would you go to Phoenix for the Phoenix Open? Would you go to Phoenix for the car show? Would you go to
Certainly.
Phoenix for spring training? Well, of course you
Certainly.
would.
Certainly.
So if you do that, there's no difference between Phoenix and
Bogota, Medellin. It's
Bogota,
exactly-
Medellin, or probably even less in Bucaramanga.
Well, the other thing, Gino, I live by 3 rules that I kind of came up with myself. And you can reduce these probably by another 90%, regardless of where you live. I don't go out after dark. I live in a gated community, and I trust no one. Now, the first 2 were easy. The last one, I had to learn my lesson the hard way. And I trusted it. It didn't cost me much financially. It didn't cost me physically. But you trust no one, and that even includes the security guards at the gate. Okay, if you're living in a gated community.
The deal is, the deal is, at one time in Phoenix had a higher rate of kidnappings than Baghdad did. Pretty scary, huh?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of places in Phoenix and the Metroplex that you can go walk around at night with your girlfriend, be drunk and falling down on the streets and not get molested, mugged, or anything else. But don't go to South Phoenix at night, because then you got to use your rules, because you will get mugged and they will hurt you. So anyway, regardless,
Well, what was eye-opening?
Thanks for the numbers.
What was eye-opening for me was the less than 10 murders per 100,000 in Bogota and Medellin, and the fact that there's 28 cities in the United States more dangerous than Colombia, and the equal of Colombia is another 6 or 7 cities. So Colombia worse. There's probably 35 cities in the United States.
But we got to put this all into context too, because the entire United States, if you don't cherry pick the bad places, is how many deaths per 100,000?
It's around 5.
Yeah. So there you go.
Canada's less than 2.
Yeah.
And you're right about the cherry picking, but people are cherry picking Colombia too.
Oh no, I get that, but I didn't want somebody to call foul on me and not get
exactly.
that I was skewing the numbers or something, because I'm not. But anyway, good job, Bill. Those are some great numbers for you guys. You got any questions? Leave them in the comments below. You want to get in touch with us? Our stuff is in the comments below. I mean, not in the comments, it's down in the description. So with that being said, remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if nothing changes, nothing changes.
And we'll see you on the flip side.
Don't be scared.